Hello, everyone. It seems like we're live, so welcome back. This is Symphony Persona Live, obviously. I'm Boden, and we're streaming live from our Lviv office of Symphony Solutions. And I'm so excited to be back with our talk show because this is where we meet amazing symphonians and try to turn some ordinary talks into extraordinary show. Today, this story is full of surprises, packed with action, and it's called The Karatecade. Please let us know down in comments where you are watching us from, the city, the location, part of the world, or even if you're sitting in a couch, let us know that. If you're in the office or maybe you're stuck in traffic, hopefully you're not driving, enjoy the show, everybody. Let's just get ready to meet a girl of so many talents. Let me tell you, this is a Ukrainian karate champion who knows how to throw a punch, a rebellious nerd who watches TV shows at 1.5x speed, a triple degree achiever with endless curiosity, a solo traveler who's explored the world in her own way, a former B-girl with a love for hip-hop culture, a dreamer who plans to open a floral boutique. Oh my God, please welcome our incredible guest, the service delivery manager at Symphony Solutions, the one and only Kateryna Motko.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much for such a great introduction. Thank you so much for having me here. It's a great pleasure.
Thanks a lot, Katya. It's been a long time since we issued the episode of the Symphony Persona Live, and this one had to be special. Thank you very much for being here. We're so excited. How is everything?
That's awesome. I'm really excited and just can't wait to start. What are the interesting questions that maybe our viewers may have, and to discuss everything that might be pretty interesting. I know you have prepared lots of exciting stuff.
Right. Well, there's definitely lots to talk about. And first of all, let me just remind you that the whole world is watching us right now. The whole Symphony Solutions from every corner of the globe. I can tell that there's people watching us from Warsaw, Lviv, Macedonia, Skopje. Oh my dear Lord. I believe Nigeria is joining us as well because those guys are so curious about the life of our fellow symphonians, and your story is extraordinary. So we are so ready to dive in. And just a quick reminder, we have that's for the audience. That's for you guys watching us out there on YouTube. So we have two prizes, two awesome prizes from Katya. One is for the one who asks the most tricky, the most exciting, the most intriguing question for our guest. And two, that's a surprise, and that's a new twist in the history of Symphony Persona Live. So try to guess, what job did Katya dream of as a kid? Okay, so clear enough. You have two options to win a prize from Kateryna Motko. One is try to guess what did Katya dream of becoming in her childhood, and two, ask the most interesting, exciting, tricky, intriguing question for our guest and win the prize number two. Now, let's kick things off. And Katya, just to warm you up, we usually play this game, Never Have I Ever, with our guests. Are you ready for that one? You're
Yeah.
so ready. You are so ready. Okay, so the games goes like that. We ask our guests to spread their fingers like that, and I will state something they supposedly have never done before. If they have done it, though, they will just put one finger down. Let's try to find out how much of a rebel Katya really is. Okay, so uh, this first one is: never have I ever kicked someone outside of training.
Well, yeah, it happened.
Okay.
I that was a story I remember basically from my memory, but also from memory of my mom. She tells, "I'm coming to your school to take you back from the training, and I see some girl kicking a huge boy, and she wanted just to protect that poor guy. But the fact was that he took my cap and he thrown it on the ground and into the puddle, and I was pretty angry. It's like, whoa, are you going to lift it? And he said no. So, okay, in that case, I knew what to do. I'm not doing it anymore, but yeah, I had such an
Did he
experience
survive?
not
That's
to
the
be
question.
proud of.
Okay, did he survive?
Yeah, sure. Of course, my mom protected him.
Your mom saved him. Thank you. This next one here is never have I ever packed for a trip the night before.
No, no, I usually pack several weeks before the trip, so that's not my never
So
have
well prepared.
I.
There's been this word nerd somewhere in the announcement. We'll talk about that later. But here's this next one. Never have I ever set multiple alarms and still overslept.
Yeah, okay. It sometimes happens. You know, I'm a mom of a toddler, so if you can substitute whatever with sleeping, I would do so. So yeah, it
So
happens.
you're not that perfect. Awesome. Love it. Never, let's see how much not perfect you are. Never have I ever been hungover.
Hanover? No, no. Okay, not this time.
Not,
I
not a,
believe everything is still in the future.
you're not a big drinker at all, are you?
Oh, well, with my friends, it might happen, but still not to that line so that I could suffer from hangover. So, but I still believe I need to have this experience somewhere in my lifetime.
Okay, all of you guys watching us on YouTube now, this is your chance to invite Katya to this home party or whatever kind of party where you will really get loose. All right, here's this next one. Never have I ever. This is one of my favorites. Never have I ever Googled myself just to see what comes up.
Okay, I have. So if I have done, I just need to
Yes, just put one finger down.
Well, so my surname before marriage is was Prawn, and when I googled Kate Prawn, Google searched for two-letter substitution, and it was not prawn but porn. So that was a very huge discovery of myself. I realized, okay, there is no me over there, but what is over there? What the heck is going on? So that was. Yes, I was Googling for Kate Prawn, but even now, if I try to find, it doesn't bring me, but it brings a lot of everything.
I can tell some of the guys are right this second trying to Google Katya. Aren't
Kate
you,
Prawn,
you
just give it
guys?
a try.
Okay. We got two more. Okay, I got some more questions. So here's this next never have I ever statement, and that's the following. Never have I ever waved at a security camera just in case someone is watching.
Okay, it happens.
You're nice to people, even if you don't see them. Why not say hi? Okay, here's next one. Never have I ever gone to the store for one thing and left with everything but that thing.
Yeah, it happens if I go without any list and just rely on my memory. Sometimes my memory is playing this trick, and I come home and oh my goodness, I forgot to buy whatever. So yeah, I
Okay.
believe for the whole five.
See, I told you, it's always fun to explore yourself, and it's fun for us to explore you, Katya. Thank you for your honesty. That was an awesome part of this talk. We've just played Never Have I Ever with Kateryna Motko, and we are moving on. This next part of the show is called the quick questions. So that's the part where we ask you to actually um, answer as soon as you hear the question, and whatever pops in your head that second, just go for it. Quick questions with Kateryna Motko. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So,
Quick question number one. What's the weirdest or most unusual thing you ever did to make money?
okay. So I believe out of my list there is nothing too unusual, but I think that writing academic papers for lazy students from the USA might count as this one. I
From
enjoy
the USA.
studying, I enjoy writing, I enjoy making researches, and I had a summer when summer and autumn, and probably just summer and autumn, just 6 months, when I was writing academic papers for students from the USA. That was a bit of unusual experience.
Okay, did you make good money?
Well, no, so that's why I just was practicing that just for 6 months, because the money were not worth it at all. I discovered lots of new interesting things, and I thought, wow, I want to study that in more details, but money were not worth it.
All right. Question number 2. What's the most romantic thing one has ever done to impress you?
Uh, I'm not sure it will count as romantic, but I think it's touching and it's nice. So my favorite snack, let's say, from my childhood is pigfish, the dried one, the very dried one. And for several years, it was just nowhere in Lviv. And one day, my husband brings me a bouquet of pigfish, dried one, and says, "Here is to you." And I said, "Oh, where have you found it? Oh my goodness, that's so great!" And I enjoyed the whole evening eating the one, and I still remember that because it was the biggest surprise. I'm not sure it's romantic in the classical understanding, but the fact that he had lots of efforts to find the one to bring to make it as a bouquet, so it looked really nice.
That's exactly what's so romantic about this story. Yeah, you're welcome to comment if you find this story romantic. However, we are moving on, and this is the quickest question ever. What do you want for your birthday?
My birthday was several weeks ago, so I got all my presents except for the victory. So next birthday, I do hope to get this one.
Fingers crossed. Everyone is so hoping for the victory this year. Yes, thank you. Next one here is what's the one travel destination you'd visit over and over again?
Uh, Whoa, that would be Nepal. I went to Nepal, let's say 6 or 5 years ago, more or less like that. And it was the trip on my own, but I was supposed to meet the group over there straight away in Nepal. So the whole flight to Kathmandu was on my own. And even sometime in Kathmandu was just for me on myself. So I would visit it over and over again, because every next day when I woke up and around the greatest nature, and I said, wow, that's the most amazing nature. I have never seen anything like that. And next morning I said, no, that was not the truth. Today is the most amazing nature. And every next day I was saying that, and I could not believe myself. Even now, when I'm rewatching the photos, I think, wow, really? I was there. I saw that with my eyes. That's so amazing. That's so beautiful. I would go there like every 3 years in a row. Not every
At
year.
every other chance, right? Wow.
And Nepal's motto is once is not enough. And when I visited it, I realized, yeah, okay, that's true. Once is not enough.
Okay. And this is the last one. If you had an unlimited supply of one thing, what would that be?
I have watched Symphony Persona live, and I heard what other people saying, and I thought, is my answer going to be tricky one or no? So, unlimited number of healthy days for my family. Is that 2 in 1, or that still counts as the answer that is acceptable?
That counts because this is so important for you. I am so proud to have you as our guest on this talk show. Oh my God, you are such a wonderful person. Let me
Thank you
tell you.
so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on. Those were quick questions. And now we are switching gears. And this next part of our show is called Big questions. So whichever topic has been announced before we even started the show will be uncovered now. Meanwhile, let me remind you that today you can win one of two prizes from Katya. One for your correct answer to the question about what did Katya dream of becoming in her childhood? What was her dream job? And option number two, you can ask a tricky, intriguing, fun question for our guest and still win a prize. So there's two prizes on the line. Go for your questions. There's a lot of comments, by the way, Katya, regarding the romantic story. Everybody loved it. Everybody had a little laugh. And now let's move on to some serious stuff. So one of the topics that we announced is the fact that you are a Ukrainian karate champion and a former B-girl. So the question is following. You have a championship title and in karate and a hip hop past. If you had to choose between a fight and a dance battle, which one would you rather do now?
I haven't hit, bit, or kicked anyone for 15 years since I stopped practicing karate. So since that time, I don't identify myself as a karate kid or whoever. So that's why I would pick up breakdancing, because even though dancing is a form of art for me, and I do feel that I may show up all the emotions that, even if, for example, I am angry, so why not to show up this angry dance? Why not to show up all the passion, all the emotions you might have had in the breakdance? So I believe breakdance is unlimited, and it can show whatever you may put into it.
When was the last time you actually danced?
Okay, I'm dancing all the time, but I'm not breakdancing anymore. Well, life after 30, you need to be careful enough not to break anything. You know how to evaluate whether you are old or young. If you fall down and everyone is scared, so probably you're old. If you fall down and everyone is laughing, so okay, you're still young. So I'm at that age where if I fall down, well, I would be afraid of myself or whoever else is around. That's why I haven't been practicing breakdancing for many, many years. I would like to give it a try, but probably not for anyone to see.
How does your girl react to dancing? Does she watch the shows with you? Because I know you're a big fan of the TV shows featuring breakdancing.
Yeah, so we are all together watching with her, but she's not a big fan of breakdancing itself. So,
None of those moves,
no,
no?
no. Her dancing style is mostly contemporary, this smooth, romantic dancing, which is also very passionate, but a little bit in another way. So that's why breakdancing is mostly just for me to enjoy it on my own.
Okay. Thank you very, very much. We're moving on, and this next huge topic is about you being called a rebellious nerd. So it says you speed watch TV. You have 3 degrees. You speak multiple languages, and you are a constant learner as such an amazing symphonian. How do you literally, I mean, this may sound boring, but how do you literally do so much and still have time for fun? How do you manage all that in one you?
Once I was asked this question several months ago, and my just honest answer was I don't manage it. So I still can't cope with all the things I need to do, and I still sometimes postpone the deadlines, and sometimes I just think, okay, I will not cook today, we will just order delivery and that's it. Let it be so. So like there are always trade-offs, and you always need to prioritize and delegate. So having really great teammates that I know that just in case if I am not into something, they will support me and we can cope everything all together in time, within the great quality and so on. Outside of work as well, I do have my husband, my parents, my parent-in-laws who are supporting us really a lot within taking care of my daughter or any other actually stuff that might be needed. And at this stage, I just ask for any help I need, for any support I need, and I always know that everyone is very, very welcome. So everyone is ready to help, everyone is ready to support. So why not to give it a try and ask for something if I can't do this myself? Okay, I can't delegate learning, so that's why learning is always for me on the top place, but everything else can be more or less delegated to other people.
You are a
Prioritize.
continuous, yes, you are a continuous learner. You learn so much. I mean, I follow you on LinkedIn at least, and it's like another certification every other 2 weeks or maybe even less. Well, you said under 30, you've achieved 3 different degrees. That is a lot for a human being. How do you feel about that?
I feel I just like studying, and I would study even more up to the moment I don't need earn money. But at that time, I would go to university again, and I would study again, and maybe not even once. Who knows? When I was studying in Barcelona on a master's degree, I was the youngest out of all my classmates, and all other people were like 35, 40. And that was really surprising for me because I thought I was around 20 whatever and they would be 20 whatever. But this 10 years or 15 years difference plus was surprising for me. So that's why I do understand that once I see that I do have the real need for obtaining deeper understanding and deeper learning opportunities within some field, why not to do that? Okay. I know some people practice sabbatical, so I would practice sabbatical just to go to study more.
Learn a batical, study
Learn
batical.
sabbatical. Let it
So, what was your major when you were in Spain?
Multilingualism and acquisition of English. That is the process of
Cursedly?
how people are learning languages in general, how different, like language one, Ukrainian, my language one, impacts language two and vice versa. And it happens that I do realize that any other language, I mean, language one, Ukrainian, language two, English, and any other third, fourth, or whatever language is impacted by English, even if, for example, it is Slavic language. So it's weird that I into Polish or into Russian, I translate from English, not from Ukrainian. But this is that was really interesting specialization because I realized a lot about the learning process itself. So I would recommend if people are interested in something like that. That was nice experience, and I would repeat it once again.
It says multiple languages. So, what other languages do you speak other than Ukrainian and English, which is obviously fluent?
So I don't speak any other languages at this moment. I used to speak Spanish because I was studying at school where you had a chance to choose what's your second language, second foreign language to be studied, and I picked up Spanish. So I studied at school, that at university I decided, okay, I don't have this possibility anymore, so I just forgot it. But then I thought, wow, okay, I've learned for seven years. I want to get all the knowledge back. It's such a pity to lose any skill. So that's why I had a tutor and so on and so forth. And this is like ping pong when I'm learning Spanish, unlearning Spanish, learning Spanish, unlearning Spanish. I'm
Forgetting Spanish.
unlearning. Yes, now I'm learning Spanish,
Oh, you
but
are learning Spanish now. Oh,
unlearning. So
forgetting.
I've got,
You
yeah,
are at the forgetting stage.
yes. I don't have any tutor right now. So, dear tutors, if you're interested in me as a student, please let me know. I would be happy to get back to Spanish sometime.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Everyone loves the show. I mean, I can clearly say that this is this is one of the shows where we have the biggest number of comments ever in the history of Symphony's Persona Life. Thank you very much for that. Everyone, please continue asking questions. There's a lot. Please continue guessing. What was Katya's dream job when she was a kid? She has two prizes for you, and we are moving on with this other big question, and that's already not about making money, but spending money. It says you're a solo traveler and couch surfer. So the question is following. Traveling alone sounds pretty awesome. What's one of your most unforgettable solo travel experiences? Would you share?
Um, the trip I would never forget is the volunteering in Scout camp in Switzerland. Because I applied when I was 18 and I decided, okay, I just want to go there without, I don't need anyone just to go to Switzerland to volunteer over there with all the scouts, guys and girls in the mountains, and it's beautiful. I love mountains, as you already know. And why I would never forget it, because at age 18, I wasn't very experienced in trips. So I took the suitcase with the wheels to mountains, and there was no any mean of transportation to the top. So I was just rolling and rolling, and I was absolutely tired and exhausted. And I thought, oh my goodness, I can't leave my luggage over here because it's pretty heavy. I can't bring it on the top of the mountain because it's heavy. What should I do? But I was all alone, so I mean, I could do nothing. So I just brought it over there, and then I realized, okay, maybe I need to get prepared better for some trips like that. And it was amazing experience of working with kids, because it was scout camp, summer scout camp. We were working with kids as arranging different animations. We were working with different animals. There were volunteers from all over the world, and I got acquainted with girls and guys from South Korea, Japan, China, and yes, some European countries as well, includingly. And we are still communicating and congratulating each other with birthdays and some other celebrations in Facebook. So it's really nice that even though there are so many years apart, we're still communicating. And what else I would never forget this specific trip is because it was pretty unusual. I got used to some cozy trips, comfortable ones, living in hotels and sleeping on soft bed, and everyone is taking care of what is going on. I am just a princess taking care of nothing, but at this time living in a tent and cooking food on the fire and singing all the songs and washing yourself in cold water, that was enormous experience. And it was like, wow, okay, people do that, why? Okay. So it was extraordinary, I would say, but definitely unforgettable.
Wow. Where else have you been, by the way?
I have
Where else have you traveled to?
I have been to Sweden and Finland just because my bridesmaid found the cheap tickets from Poland to Sweden. And well, we didn't care that everything else was expensive over there, but the tickets were like 15 euros or 10 or, well, any other cheap and miserable number. So when we arrived to Sweden, and I found out that okay, living here is much more expensive than we thought it could be. So we decided to practice couch surfing, and we were living with different new people, and we were. For example, there was a birthday of one guy, and he invited us, just us three, me and two other girls, to the nightclub, and they
This is
were
where it's getting
breaking all
exciting.
the glass straight on the dancing floor, and it was like, why are they doing so? So they just drink and break it over here, and walking home, he found another guy who needed couch surfing, not on the app, official one, but just, I need to sleep somewhere. Okay, you may go
Someone
with.
in the street.
So it was, well, now I realize that that was a trip I didn't tell my parents about for reasonable arguments, but I would not like my daughter to repeat any kind of traveling like that because like we just stopped the car and that was a van with all the closed windows, and when the guy opened it up, we saw a huge not sofa, but mattress. How do they call mattress?
A
Mattress.
mattress, yes.
Yeah. And he said, you may sit here. And well, I don't know what we were thinking about, but we sat over there and we were traveling in that with the closed windows for 1 hour and a
Like
half.
in
And
a
we were talking
van,
like,
or was it in
yeah,
like in the van?
yeah,
In the back of the van?
yeah. There were lots of different stuff, including mattress and us three. And I don't know why we agreed to go over there. It's like, are you crazy, girls? You don't see where you are going. You don't know this guy. You just stopped him on the pavement and you decided that he will bring you to whatever location that was destination.
Does
And
your mom know about all this?
she will now. That's the right moment for
Before the
her to
show?
know. There are
So
lots of years apart.
if you're watching, say hi. Say hi to your parents. Uncovering all these details. Oh my
Parents,
dear.
sorry.
Because I am a father of a daughter, and honestly, listening to all these stories, I am thinking I will never let Anya go for a trip alone without my watch. But I'm just kidding. Wow, that is
But as you may see, everything was pretty safe. So sometimes
mm,
you just trust people and everything goes well.
that's just because of your karate skills.
I don't have it written over here. People don't guess it.
Yeah, it was like that. Whenever you met anyone, you would just go karate champion.
Yeah, nice
Katana
to meet you.
karate champion. Nice to meet you, karate champion.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Switching to a more domestic atmosphere. This next topic is home, sweet home, the real you. And our question here is following. At work, and we all know you, you are the successful manager, brilliant skills, a dynamic and a truly amazing symphonian. We are also proud of you and we love you as a coworker, as a colleague. But at home, are you the boss or who really runs the house?
Till 2021, that was like 60% of authority for Ostap, my husband, and other 40 for me. But our daughter was born in 2021, so now she's the boss. And sometimes she's the key decision maker on what we are doing today, what we are eating, where we are going, and so on and so forth. And it happens that sometimes I say, Oksanka, let's go to, let's say, Kateryna or any other child center. And she says, I didn't have planned to do so. And I thought, I'm not
Ooh,
going there because of myself. I don't enjoy
agile
food.
mama.
Yeah. And then I'm asking, okay, what do you plan? And she says, today I planned to, and then the continuation. And okay, uh,
Whoa.
if we are
And
not
she's four.
really, she's, yeah, almost 4. She will be 4 in April. But you know, when parents say that they want to have independent and strict and open-minded kids, they usually apply it once they leave their family, not straight away, because it's pretty intense to
Uh-huh.
have such a bossy toddler at home.
I bet. Does she have a Jira board?
Not yet. I'm afraid to open it up because the day I will show it to her, she will say, okay, now we do this.
And she will assign tasks to you and your husband.
Most probably, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm
And
afraid of that moment.
she's turning 4 in April. Are you throwing a party? Are you planning a party?
We are always throwing a huge party with all our nearest relatives to be invited, and that's 20 people, just nearest family, as always. And with lots of animations, lots of interesting and decorative stuff. So I just want her to feel that we are absolutely happy to have her with us, and this is our way to celebrate her birthday, and we are really grateful to the whole world for such a great gift.
I have an extra question here, and you may not answer it if you don't feel like. But what's something, because you seem so perfect, okay, and you seemed so perfect to me before the show. I now adore you even more. But what's something your family would say you're absolutely terrible at?
I am terrible at cleaning, so that's why I'm delegating it. Uh, I'm
No.
really messy. Well, even now, if just someone looks into this room, and they will see that I have got all the stuff all over the table, despite the fact that just I came this morning and I didn't have that much time to make all the mess around me. But I don't know how it happens, but the mess is creating around myself immediately by just a click of your finger, and that's the mess.
This is sensational. This is something sensational about Kateryna Motko.
That is one of the reasons I never have a guest without proper invitation, proper planning, just because I need to arrange all the mess. And if it happens that surprise, usually I don't like that surprise because of this reasoning.
Wow. Well, I bet it's not that messy. It's just because you're such a perfectionist. So it's all right. It should be all right. Okay, so meanwhile, we are moving on to one of the last questions of ours, but I can see so many comments, and I really wanted to share before we even move on to the questions section. We have people watching us from all over the world. I won't be naming all the cities, but thank you very much for being with us wherever you are. Everyone loved the romantic story about you and your husband, of course. And there's a few tricky questions coming up already. I don't think we see a correct answer to the question of what did Katya dream of becoming in her childhood. So I think I may give you a hint because not like really probably none of these answers is correct. So it's a medical profession. So would that help you guys? Try to go this way. And before we move to the questions from the audience, this probably one of the last questions I have is I was impressed about the fact that you dream of building your own or opening your own floral boutique. I was wondering what was the inspiration and well, what is the story behind all that? What's the story behind that dream? And the question we had in terms of you dreaming of opening a floral bouquet one day, if you could design the very first bouquet for your shop, what would it look like?
Mm, It would be inspired by some really creative florists all around the world that are making some really unusual and weird stuff. Like, when you may combine some flowers plus materials that are not really the first ones that come to your mind once you want to combine the ones.
Like
Uh,
what?
well, like bicycle tire, for example. So it could be bicycle tire all
And
around
flowers.
and flowers, and I believe it might look pretty nice. Or bicycle wheel, the whole one, while only tire. Okay, now when I am imagining all the stuff, it goes up and
You
it
are
might.
already in the process of creating that bouquet.
I was always into something creative. I was writing poems, I was coloring, I was drawing, and so on. And I do feel the need for letting this creativity out. So that's why I like making presentations, because this is one of the moments when I can show up and create whatever comes to my mind. And this is why I would need some extra space for my creativity to be revealed. Why flowers? Because there are so different ones and they are so unique. And sometimes when you see from flowers from all over the world, you just cannot imagine, wow, this exists? Is this a real flower? How can I put it into bouquet? How can it look inside my house? And I believe that would be really a creative flow of the whole mind for first bouquet with bicycle tire and flowers.
I am wishing you so much best
Thank
of
you.
luck with, making that dream come true because I can tell you're so passionate about it. We are still trying to guess what was your dream job when you were a kid, and we still don't have a, correct answer. So here's another hint. You were thinking in a correct way, but okay, Katya did dream of becoming a doctor.
Yes.
But think,
Natalia,
uh,
may I just give a hint,
sure.
because Natalia was writing in correct direction. It's all about surgery. Do we expect to get the precise surgery, or
Yes.
we can count it as the correct one already?
No, we want
Okay.
the correct answer.
Okay. Sorry, Natalia,
So
today.
whoever was really close, we need to get even closer. You still have time because we are now answering your guys' questions, and our beautiful guest, Kateryna Motko, is about to answer the question that you have prepared or asked in the comments. And those are, let's start from the very top. So here's a tricky question from Darko. You mentioned that Katya watched movies and series on 1.5x speed. When can we expect an upgrade to 2.0x speed? Question from Darko.
Danko, thank you so much. That's a funny one. I think that 175 is my next level up before I go on to 2.0. So let's move step by step. But, for some series or for some movies that are really slow. So in this case, yeah, 2.0 is the correct speed just for watching.
And the next question, it's a comment from Andrei Brejas. But when do we expect you to start watching movies and TV shows backwards?
It's okay. This is not what I planned to do. But Andrei, if you give me a company, I believe we may give it a try.
All right, so we've got two candidates to receive a prize from you for the trickiest questions, but we got more. And this next one is from Valentin Cherkasov. Assumptions about who Katya. Oh, that's a guess. Assumptions about who Katya wanted to be as a child. I somehow assumed that Katya wanted to become someone who helps people, maybe a doctor or a firefighter, something like that. You are so close, Valentin. Thank you very much for your guesses. However, we have a question from Christy. Kate, you haven't kicked or hit anyone for ages. What do you normally do when you actually feel like hitting someone? That's a
Thank
good
you.
one.
That's a very, very funny one. Okay. First of all, at work, I'm extremely passionate, and I cannot recollect two times. I can recollect only one time when I wanted to hit someone, but I can't recollect even two times, because usually people at work are doing their best. And if something happens wrong, if person is insisting on some specific type of behavior, some specific decision or whatever, they're not doing this because of any bad manners. It's like everyone wants to do their best. And there is never such a motivation like I want to make this project worse. No, we are moving from the opposite opinion. So that's why all my patience is not covered with hitting anyone at work, because I believe that people are trying to do their best. It happens sometimes that my husband wants to make me angry on purpose because, this is like playing around the nerves, and sometimes it may be funny. But even at that time, I may see that he is joking because his sense of humor is just one of the best all over the world. And I do see that, okay, now I don't need to get to this trick anymore and I need just to relax.
He
Like,
knows some karate as well.
yeah, we were practicing karate all together with my brother and with my husband. That is the place where we met
Yeah.
20 years ago, 21 already.
So
And
you've known each other for so many years. Wow.
yeah, when you see someone at your childhood, you never imagine this gonna be your husband or your wife, and you just play together, speak together, spend time together, and hop,
Try not to hurt
2 years
them.
afterwards, and you are husband and wife. Like what?
So try not to hurt whoever you play with in the sand. Uh, okay, so we have now three candidates for the best and trickiest question. Christy, thank you very much for your question. And the assumption from Christy about your dream job is actress or journalist. Very good, but not very close to the correct answer. And we have a very good question from Joanna. Asha, thank you very much for being with us. Thanks for watching, Asha. So a question is following. I've been thinking about the people who shape your journeys. Who has been an inspiration for you in life? Is there someone who has had a big influence on your decisions? Wow.
That's very deep questions, and I believe 14 minutes is not enough for me to tell all the people that impacted me at different stages of life or are still impacting me. But one of the long lasting impact is my brother. He is my younger brother, but his support throughout all my childhood was, I just can't appreciate it more, because he was supporting with so many different things, and he was protecting me from so many different dangers, and just some tricky items like don't tell mom that I did whatever, have broken her favorite vase, for example. And even till now, he is protecting all those secrets. And I know that I may rely on him, I may come to him, ask for piece of advice, and he may provide me the best possible decisions that he comes up into his mind. So I believe that one of the most long-lasting inspirations and influences is my brother.
Wow. Is he watching the show?
I don't know. I sent him a link, but I will ask later on.
Does he speak English?
Yes, of course.
Say
He's
hi to him.
proficient. Hi, public.
You've been a wonderful inspiration for Katya. Thank you very much for this huge role in her life. And thank you for the beautiful sister that is now our guest. So, Johanna, a huge thank you for the question. Brilliant. Now, I guess from Darko, I would guess that as a child, Katya wanted to be professional breakdancer. Good one. Christy, a comment. Kate, once you need company for Spanish course, please count me in. All right.
Okay, I will.
You got company. And a question from someone whose name on YouTube is Popravka. Guess who that is? Have you ever partied so hard that you felt ashamed of it afterwards?
No, because I've been always partnering with my friends, and for friends, I have nothing to be ashamed of, whatever we were doing, whatever we were saying, speaking, and so on. So that is one of the reasoning I'm not partying with total strangers or just people I don't count into my friends, because I may assume that I might be ashamed in that case. It's better not to do it at all.
Okay. Anyhow, whoever this is, I know we know someone with the last name of Popravka, but if that's the person, you are still a candidate to receive a prize from Katya. However, we have more questions coming up, and we have more assumptions of who Katya dreamed of becoming in her childhood. So this is a wonderful comment, and I do agree that this could be possible. And that one is from Tom Olinek. I would assume that Kate's dream job was a show host. You would do such a wonderful job being a TV host or whatever, any type of show host. And I would love to host any type of show with you being on that show as a co-host.
Thank you so much.
And
By the way,
yes.
I was studying a journalism at third year of studying. We had a chance to choose which department we would go to, and I didn't pass to the television because, well, they just said I'm not good enough at that moment. I may send this link, this comment by Toma to them. But
Boom.
probably they might change their mind. But you know, when you're just after school several years, so maybe I was not that talkative.
You were still that beautiful. I can tell. Well, anyhow, you are an extraordinary person. So whatever you do, you will succeed in that. And you could have been a wonderful show host, and you run your show perfectly. That's for sure. We have a question from Olana Hoffman. Kate, do you tackle work challenges with breakdance spins or karate chops?
That's the funny one, you know, Olana has been commenting a lot, and I see already that she was the first one to provide the correct answer. So most probably this question cannot be counted as the best, not for Olana not to get two presents. But speaking on the work items, I would think that breakdance spins, because I've been spinning all around different challenges, different projects, different issues that are coming up. That is a bit closer than karate chops.
Are there any videos available, by the way, online that we can go ahead and watch with you doing the
Yes, but I will
breakdance?
not share it.
Uh, we will continue searching
Kate
Katya.
Ron, I know.
Kate Cron, yes. Maybe something pops up. All right, we have another question, and that one is again from Toma. So, Kate, what's one untranslatable word from any language that perfectly describes your approach to life? Ooh.
I cannot answer this question. Nothing comes to my mind at all. I mean, like, what could be the word that describes my approach to life? Most probably it might be something about dreaming, because
Mm.
I am a big dreamer, and I've been dreaming about a great husband. I've got him. About a child. I've got her. About great job. I am here. And everything I've been dreaming that has come true. And that's why I believe that once I start dreaming something, I am on my path to make it happen. And I'm doing my best so that this dream could come reality. That's why I think, I'm not sure this is untranslatable word. Can't tell whether I'm replying it correctly, but it definitely matches my approach to life. I'm dreaming a lot. I'm dreaming about everything. And if you see me sitting like this, most probably I'm dreaming.
Okay. Very good question again from Toma. And we have a few more guesses. Maxim thought you were dreaming of becoming a dentist, another dentist. Then Asha says you wanted to be a nurse, designer, dentist, or pathologist. I guess from Toma. And okay, a surgeon. That was a good guess from Natalia. Another surgeon from Alana. Artist, plastic surgeon, brain, heart, brain surgeon, or neurosurgeon. I believe that Toma was the first one to guess.
But brain surgeon by Olana,
Brain surgeon, that
correct about
counts first.
neurosurgeon is brain surgeon. So I would count this as the correct if you don't count just a surgeon. So brain surgeon matches.
I got you. Whatever you choose, you're the boss. Okay.
Sorry, Thomas.
So we got the winner, right?
Right. So I see Olana was really the first one to write about brain, and it was already announced about surgery. So that's why Olana is the winner.
Okay. Another comment from Irina Havrlyuk. I'm in for Spanish, Christy and Katya. Okay. So count Irina in.
Again.
Okay. And Shahana just says, totally agree. We shape our life so the energy of a dream supports the manifestation. Thank you very, very much. We already know the first winner, whoever wins the first prize, but I mean, congratulations to Alana. And what does Alana receive? And what does the other person, whoever asked the trickiest, the most interesting, the most exciting, the most intriguing question on this show? Please announce the name of both winners, and most importantly, what do they get as a prize?
I was reviewing the questions once again, and there were several really so funny, and I was just laughing while reading. But the question that I want to highlight separately is by Joanna, because the question about inspiration and big influence on my decisions is the question I may speak for much more than I said. And that was really deep one, and I enjoyed answering this question a lot. So that's why, Joanna, I would say that you are the winner in this category. And for the presents that the people are getting, I have prepared two ones. Since I am all life learner and I do enjoy studying a lot, so for Joanna, it will be any course of her choice up to $20 or euros, no matter whether it is embroidery or neurosciences or any
Spanish courses.
Spanish courses.
Hey!
That Jana picks up. I like this feature that lots of learning platforms are providing gift a course. So I'm a gifted to Joanna, and I think we will contact each other so that Joanna could choose which exact course she's in favor of. And for Olana, so the second person that I have prepared is the Japanese plum champagne. That is very exclusive because it's pretty complicated to get it, but I have in my collection several more bottles, and I will share it with Olana next time I see her.
Wonderful. So you have several bottles. Is that correct?
I was not sure I want to say this aloud, but yes.
I'm going to walk you all the way home tonight. We still have 2 minutes, and I really want to thank you for this wonderful talk. And this last question that we usually have for our guests is again for inspiration and for inspiration for other people, and maybe we will find out something more about you personally. And the question is a very traditional one. What advice would you give to your 18-year-old self?
I am a big fan of dark series, and dark, that is the name, not the adjective, and the Big Bang Theory. And according to these two, if you go back from the future to share something, you need to change nothing because it has already happened. This is the paradox of the time. So that's why if I just came back to my past saying not to do something or to do something, that would mean that I have already done it and nothing will be different anyway. So I know myself at 18 years old, and I would not follow anyone's advice, even myself. I would just do at what I thought was right at that very specific moment, thinking that it was right. This was pretty stubborn, but it led to some nice experience and some gaps that I was able to get within my whole life.
So I'm assuming what you would say to your 18-year-old self would be something like, go for it, huh? Just
Yeah, might be quite
Just go
general,
for
but
it. Just go for it. It was such a pleasure for all of us here at Symphony Solutions, all of us worldwide, in here, out there, wherever we were watching the show from. It was such a privilege to have you on the show. We
thank you.
had the service delivery manager at Symphony Solutions, Kateryna Motko. She is an amazing person, and watch out because she is a karate champion. Other than that, she is beautiful. She is smart. She is extraordinary, and we have proven all that together on this show. It was Symphony Persona Live. Thank you very much, Katya, for being with us.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It's been a great, great pleasure. Thank you so much for all the questions and comments. I do love reading all of them, and you're just amazing. Thanks a lot.
We'll see you next time. Stay tuned for the next episode of Symphony Persona Live. For now, bye-bye.